welcome to Spotlight on Local Artists, brought to you by Charlotte County Libraries and History. I'm Judy Domzalski, and today I'm talking with Bonnie Archambault and Darren O'Shea, who currently have a beautiful digital photography exhibit here at the Mid-County Library on Forest Nelson Boulevard. Welcome.
Thank you.
Now, you were telling me earlier that you are not a Florida native. Could you tell us a little about your background and where you're from?
Yes, I'm from the northern New York area, the northern Adirondacks, and that's where I grew to love nature and photography, and my background is with the phone company. I was a telephone operator for years and ended my career with a few years doing tech support for Verizon Fios. So, yeah, quite diverse.
Have any of those skills served you well in the art profession, in the digital photography?
Probably everything, a little bit of everything, you know what I mean?
It's pretty techy, really, the art field you've chosen.
Yeah.
So, okay. And you really had no artistic background before this?
No.
Tell us how you
little
got...
stick drawings, you know.
Tell us how you got into this, because these are quite lovely.
Thank you. Do you want me to tell you how I got into the photography?
Yes.
Down here? Well, I met my friend Darren around the time of Hurricane Irma, and as we talked, we realized we liked to be out in the woods, we liked hiking, and we'd never really heard of parks in Florida. Right. You know, we were both fairly new in Florida. So we thought we were just coming to the land of beach and sand and, you know, sunshine and great weather, but a friend of ours introduced us to Hatchie Creek Environmental Park, and from there it was like, here, I have a camera you can use. And he and I both went out and just started taking photographs, and as we started taking photographs and we liked what we were taking, you know, of course we'd take like 50 or 60 photographs and maybe like one of them, but the more we liked, the more we wanted to print them, and eventually it was like there was no room on our walls anymore for you know, what we liked, so we started just trying to sell them or give them away, and we just it evolved into this.
How would you compare the parks, the up north parks, to the Florida parks? Obviously the vegetation and the wildlife is completely different. But I'm thinking about things like lighting and
oh, well, the lighting down here is different. There's more up there is more, it's more dramatic, I think. It's hard to explain, but down here with the sunshine almost every day.
Yes.
And the lighting is just it's more enveloped, I guess. It's the only thing I could.
And the seasonal changes here in Florida are much more subtle, I think. You know, the length of the days affects it. You know, in the summer, you're going to get very high sun and high heat. Right. And, you know, at this time of year, you get lower lighting, which I find fascinating.
Like with this, the lighting was lower, and
That was a great segue, Bonnie, because that you mentioned this absolutely beautiful photograph. Tell us about that one. The title is lovely.
Yeah, Marguerite's Dahlia.
Yes.
My friend Marguerite was growing these in her front yard, and I we were riding bike through the neighborhood, and we stopped, and I said, I got to get a shot of that. So I took several, obviously, and yeah, I picked that one.
And what time of day was this when you took it? Because you have very clear lighting on the left here in shade.
It was late afternoon, very late. The sun was probably setting, and the lighting was it was perfect. Really was.
That's a shot in a million, really. How many pictures of the same subject did you have to take before you captured this one?
I probably took about, I'd say probably at least 6 or 7 from different angles and different heights, you know, like, and then finally I just did kind of like a straight on a little towards the right.
Just a little
just
angle
to get that
there.
lighting where it was. Yeah.
As we had said earlier, you have the effect of the Impressionists with the light coming in at an angle like that, which is remarkable.
And plus the editing helped it out a little bit with
Yes.
the little bit of the touch of surrealism. It made it translucent, I guess is the good word, and it kept the color, so.
It really did.
Yeah.
Yeah, the green tinge on the outer petals is quite lovely and very subtle
Thanks.
in the coloring. Can you tell us a little bit about the process from taking the photograph to having it here on the canvas?
Well, the first thing we do, we go to one of our computers and download the photos and go through them, and as soon as we hit one that we're like, wow, okay, yeah, that's what we'll work with. And with this one in particular, we worked on it together, and then I did this one separately. But we worked on it together, and we cropped it because we thought it was just less distraction if it was cropped. And plus I wanted to keep this in just for a little off balance, you know, it just gives it a little different flavor, I guess.
I know exactly.
And then we did the clarity, and I upped the contrast to darken the background, again, for just that focus, and I don't know what the word I want is, but that's, yeah, it just gives it the focus. And then, so we go to a website for a canvas company, and this one actually was Sam's Club, and we upload the photo to their site, and we pick the size we want, and then they mail it to us.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is lovely. So this is the finished product that you get mailed back.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Do you sign these in any way? I know you give titles to each piece of work. Does your name appear on the back or anywhere on the front?
We try to put a card on each one, but this is, yeah, we have business cards and we staple them to the back.
Yeah.
This particular one is my own personal one, so I don't foresee selling it, so I don't have anything on it.
I wouldn't be selling it either, I don't think. It's almost like a mother and child kind of thing, you know, with the difference. It's very symbolic, I would say, that one. Really getting into it there. Well, you're doing very well here at Mid-County. I know we've had a lot of people coming through to take a look at your art. So for our viewers, could you tell people where they can contact you if they're interested in viewing your work, and how to make a purchase, for example? So your email and phone or website where they can...
Well, my email address is bonniearch@icloud.com, and you can email me and with a phone number, and I can get back with you. And you can see my artwork on Facebook at B&D Nature Photography. It's attached to my personal page, which is Bonnie Tedford Archambault. And we have like 1,000 photographs on there. And it's all divided into categories. So like floral, beaches, reptiles, butterflies.
Nice.
They're not all of the quality that we would actually print up, but they are interesting and informative. They're nature at its best and worst, I guess.
Do you have a favorite park here in the area where you return frequently to photograph?
A favorite park? There are several, actually. There's like Myakkahatchee Environmental off of Tropicare. There's Walton Ranch at the end of Toledo Blade. Sleeping Turtles, that's a great one. Where else do we go? Ollie's Pond, yes. Ollie's Pond. The pelican shot out there, that was taken at Ollie's.
That is a lovely one.
Yeah, that's a great little place. It's about a mile around, so it's a nice walk, and there's tons of bird life. The white pelicans show up in April.
I think you know more about the area than we do at this point, just from getting out there all the time.
Yeah.
And again, Bonnie will be showing here at Mid-County. Her lovely work is up in our gallery at the moment, and she'll be here through the end of April. So please do stop by and have a look. It's well worth the visit.
Thank you, Judy.
Quite welcome. Thanks for coming. We're back, and I'm here with Darren O'Shea, who's the colleague and business partner of Bonnie Archambault. Hi there, Darren.
Hi, how are you, Judy?
Good, thank you. Tell us how this business relationship started.
It was all due to Hurricane Irma. We were putting up hurricane shutters. Bonnie stopped by through the request of a friend, and the rest is history. We took off from there.
Very nice.
Yes.
You seem to be very compatible and work very well together.
Yeah, we enjoy one another's company, and
That's important stuff.
it's more like a brother and sister relationship because we get to scold each other. It's really a lot of fun, right?
Without punishment.
That's right. It's so cute. It's been a good time. I think we know each other 5 or 6 years now. Is that about right?
5 years.
5 years.
So who has the business expertise?
Oh,
Who-
Bonnie does.
Really?
Yeah, truly.
And you just bring the art form?
I'm the mule. I'm the worker too. So
You
yeah,
carry the cameras
do.
and the tripods.
oh, absolutely. And
This
that's
is a beautiful picture
thank
behind
you.
us, and a really good choice, I think, after the Dahlia. Was it the Dahlia?
Yeah, was it Dahlia?
Yes.
Yeah, so-
So now here we are with a storm at sea. So tell us about this one, the
Yeah.
title of the picture, and
it's
a little.
Casperson Beach Storm Clouds.
Oh, I like that beach.
Yes. And it was early that morning. We're up by Venice Pier and Nokomis also, and we
Right.
were following the storm. So in effect, we became storm chasers when you really think about it. So we got down to this stretch of beach, and I just saw the sea turn green. And I knew something was coming up really, really quickly. And this is what happened. You could feel the intensity of the wind, the actual drop in the barometric pressure, and then the wave activity. And I said, I think we better get out of here. And as soon as I snapped 2 or 3 of these, we climbed in the car and off we went.
That
Well,
is beautiful, though. You've got the sea foam here and even white caps on
Sure.
the waves, which is very rare for
Yeah.
the Gulf.
Well, and if you look closer, there's a sailboat here.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so I guess he came through the storm unscathed, and he didn't have any canvas up, so it was a bare pole, as it's called.
Gosh.
So I hope he was safe.
I'm always so surprised by digital photography because of the vivid colors, so which just shows that photographic technology has come a really long
Truly.
way.
You know, not only in the Photoshop, but also in the cameras. There are different
Yes.
settings that you can apply,
Yeah.
and these are the dramatic effects you get. But yet, naturally, it takes an eye, a
Yes.
photographic or an artistic eye to create something like this. as well.
Exactly.
Right.
I'm looking at this and I'm very close on it, but it could almost be an oil painting.
Truly.
You
And it's been
know,
mistaken for that several
Yes,
times. Sure.
yeah. Do you have a favorite camera that you use?
Yeah,
or-
currently through the advice of a friend who is a professional photographer who does live in our community, he was steering us toward Nikon. So we both Bonnie and I purchased a Nikon D500,
Oh.
and we're happy with it. And also changed our lenses, which are really well, they have a better depth of field, which we really enjoy.
Do you use filters on your lenses at all?
I haven't, but that's the beauty of the Photoshop. There
Yeah.
are filters in the Photoshop.
It is.
It is,
That's wonderful.
Truly.
That is such an unusual picture for Florida, I think.
Well,
And-
for me, it's always been atmospherics. Down here,
Yes.
I've never seen skies like this up north. Okay, and yeah, just the intensity, and they change from minute to minute.
Yeah.
You know, I think this storm passed by in 20 minutes, and next thing you know, there was clear sky behind it.
You never know in
Yeah,
Florida.
Truly. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
often heard said if you don't like the weather, wait 20 minutes. And there's a lot of truth behind that.
We had discussed earlier your future plans and, planning out there. Where do you see yourself
Well,
going with this?
Yeah, as I mentioned, we both plan to stay active in this, but more importantly, we're meeting people from around the world who have similar interests, and that's what drives us, you know, and the people feed off us too. And it's always fun meeting new blood, you know. It's,
Yes.
Yeah, all different people from different walks of life, all ages, and we have one thing in common, and this is it.
Do you think in the future you'll remain in Florida and continue photographing
I can't
here?
answer that. Other than I'd like to go to Arizona, Utah. I like the Southwest, only because of the vistas there too that are available.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, stark contrast to
Yeah,
this.
truly. I'm a mountain person. That's what, although I grew up in a city, but I've always had an affinity for the mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah, they speak to me. I was a skier at places like Colorado out that way, and
I would imagine around
yeah.
Sedona in Arizona would be beautiful for this type of
oh
thing.
yeah, yeah. It was good vibes out that way. Yeah.
Good vibes.
Absolutely.
Yes, yeah, the vortex.
Truly that.
It's so true.
There's a lot to be said about that. And if you're a believer, yeah, it works. It really, really does.
Definitely.
Got to meet some Navajo out that way too, and they
Yes.
too were really nice people.
Yeah, it's a lovely area.
Mm-hmm.
It very much is. But stay in Florida with us for quite a while.
Yeah, well, my wife and I plan to, but I always say Utah, no. Arizona, no. But before we moved to Florida, we had every intention on moving to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Yeah, and that didn't work.
Well,
So through friends who live in the Northport area, we came down for a visit, and the rest is history.
that's
We were down in
fabulous.
less than a year. Yeah.
Good for you, and we're very happy to have
Oh,
you
thank you,
and
thank you.
view your wonderful work.
Yeah.
Well, good luck with the show.
Oh,
I
thank you
know
much.
it's going great, so we're happy to have you here at
Oh,
the
thank you.
library.
And again, we meet people like you. See that?
Well, thank you very much.
And
Thanks for
Tammy.
coming today. Okay, as well as your future plans and your desire to visit other areas and work with different artists, where will you be showing in the future?
We're currently in Punta Gorda at the Botanical Gardens, and also in the Charlotte County Event Center,
Lovely.
as well as a library. And every Sunday we're in the Punta Gorda Historical District Park, or Historical Park, and we have our work on display and also for sale.
Fantastic.
Yes.
And the same contact information
Yes.
for you?
Yes, exactly.
Wonderful. Thanks so much.
Oh, thank you. It was a pleasure.